Elon Musk is one of the most wealthy people in the world and has tons of acolytes and cultists who endlessly do PR for him on social media. You wouldn't think he would need an assist from one of the biggest media companies in the country, but that's what he's getting. Here's a tweet from the New York Times. News analysis. Elon Musk has tweeted about political topics regularly since taking over Twitter, often belittling some liberal causes. But what he stands for remains largely unclear. The headline, by the way, is critics say Musk has revealed himself as a conservative. It's not so simple. And we're gonna give them a chance to make their case there at the New York Times. But already, this is what they're going to do. Elon Musk has maybe only exceeded by Kanye West this year, revealed who he truly is and what he believes. He has tried to do nothing but that. Make clear who he likes, who he doesn't, who he wants to be in positions of influence and power. But for the New York Times, he is more importantly a billionaire, and their knee-jerk need to run cover for billionaires is very much on display. Here is just a little bit of their argument. You could read the full article if you'd like. Elon Musk, ever a bundle of contradictions and inconsistencies, has long made his politics tricky to pin down. Yet Mr. Musk, who did not respond to a request for comment, continues to defy easy political categorization. His views have been described as libertarian, though these days his politics seem more contrarian than anything else. He is more clear about what he is against than what he is for. I just want to quickly say that I understand that contrarianism is on an uptick on social media. Have you ever noticed that contrarians are never contrarianly progressive? Have you ever noticed that contrarians almost always are people who used to claim to be progressive or liberal or on the left or something like that, and now suddenly agree with the right on literally everything? If you're a contrarian and you just respond to whatever you see by saying the opposite, why is it that that never leads to you being super left? Isn't that weird? I think that's something to consider going forward. Anyway, finally they say, it's true Mr. Musk certainly sounds a lot like a Republican and sometimes a lot like Mr. Trump. With his missives on Twitter against woke politics and COVID restrictions, his attacks on elite media, and his efforts to draw attention to allegations that Hunter Biden profited from his father's political clout. He has stressed repeatedly that his problems are with extremists on both ends of the political spectrum. Okay, so New York Times, I understand that he might say that, but this was pitched as an article doing analysis. Maybe you can dive into that claim and figure out if there's anything to it. Yes, he says he has a problem with the extremists on both sides, but does he actually? Has he demonstrated that in his daily communications? Those he is engaging with on Twitter now that he owns it. Is it clear that he is worried equally about extremists on both sides? And look, I'm not even asking for you to do a far more substantive analysis of the idea of there being extremists on both sides and actually dive into if there is any way to compare those two things and the threat they pose to a constitutional democracy. But at the very least, you could be a little bit more critical about Elon Musk, who has provided no lack of evidence of what he truly believes. So we're gonna dive into that evidence in just a minute. But River, what do you make of this?
Well, I personally think that the New York Times should do a better job of just asking some questions when it comes to the analysis of the political leanings of Elon Musk, as opposed to, say, healthcare for trans people. They can't stop asking questions about the validity of trans people as a population, but when it comes to a so-called billionaire and like handout from the government receiver, they just don't. They just can't seem to ask any hard-hitting questions in their analysis of it. It's absolutely hilarious to me how much cover they will run for Elon Musk, but will constantly put targets on the back of trans people specifically. That's just one place that I can draw, the issue. There's many other ones, but this is the one. And they don't mention his consistent and repeated transphobia, which is like one of the main, contrarian points these days. And I think that guy specifically has a lot in the transphobic camp, mostly because his trans daughter can't stand him. But that's a little personal.
I think that's obviously a big part. I also think that it's an easy way. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Cliff. That was great. And then you guys didn't get to see the ninja maneuvers to get out of there. You could have just gotten up. This ain't CNN. Anyway, thank you. Anyway, I think that's definitely one of the reasons. I also think that engaging in transphobia is a shortcut to getting the right to love you. I think that you just say that, it doesn't matter what your positions on basically anything else are. So I think it's a combination of the personal and the pragmatic. But I want to do a little bit of a favor for the New York Times, help them to do their job. Elon Musk literally told everyone on Twitter to vote for Republicans in the midterm elections. I don't know what more he could do to get this across, but he was trying. He tweeted out, "My pronouns are prosecute Fauci," which is a little twofer. It's their one joke on the right, with also saying that Dr. Fauci should be jailed for trying to stop people needlessly dying from COVID. Okay, that's fun. You have him responding to a tweet asking him to please stop attacking the LGBTQ community by saying, "I strongly disagree. Forcing your pronouns upon others when they didn't ask and implicitly ostracizing those who don't is neither good nor kind to anyone." Okay, so again, he's engaging in that. Look, again, nobody should be surprised by this because this isn't new. He's been doing this for a long time. What is maybe a little bit more new is this: follow the white rabbit. Now, if you're a sane person whose skin has made contact with grass in the past few months, you might not know what he's saying there. But what he's doing is trying to appeal to the QAnoners, because since 2018, the saying "follow the white rabbit" has become synonymous with QAnon. And when pushers of the conspiracy urge others to look into the movement, they explicitly talk about white rabbits. He knows this, that's why he's doing it. And some Elon cultists might say, well, no, he doesn't like actually believe it. He's just like trolling you by putting it. No, but that's my point. Do you get that the richest person in the world who now owns Twitter having fun trolling people over a conspiracy theory that has already resulted in people being killed might not be a good thing? Do you get that? Probably not. You can't get through to these people. Oh, by the way, he also disbanded the Trust and Safety Council for Twitter because, again, he is very sensitive. If you criticize him, he will literally take down Twitter accounts if you spread videos of him being booed. But a council that is supposed to stop the constant organized harassment campaigns against marginalized communities, we don't need that anymore. We can get rid of that river.
Yeah, let's get rid of it all. Free speech means free being a jerk, I guess. I don't know. It's just very funny how, like, I don't know, debate culture has grown into this. Like, I just, and the trolling thing, the whole like just mind game of like, yeah, don't feed the troll. Blah, blah, blah. I've been told for look, I've been terminally online for way too long, and so I know too much. I feel like, John, we both know too much. There are many people that don't know most of this, and I am very jealous of them. But that has been the consistent drumbeat for people that aren't paying attention, I guess, that like, oh, it's just trolling. And it's like, we're beyond that point. Like, we're beyond the point that anything is just trolling. Everything has a momentum and everything serves a purpose. So to say these QAnon things, you're saying QAnon things. Like, there's no game to it. Even if you're trying to play a game, you're participating in it. And if you have, white parents in the Midwest, you know what this stuff is doing. Like, it's dangerous, and it's not to be taken lightly. Just like the stuff we just talked about in the last segment. It's like it's to be taken seriously. Like, these things have serious implications to say them. And I would also say that my pronouns are prosecute Fauci or whatever. They're one joke. Also, that was our joke. Like, trans people have been making that joke for way longer. Like, we have a sense of humor about our own that they don't. Our own stuff, that they don't. And that's what's so funny is like they can't even come up with their most consistent joke was our joke. So like they can't come up with anything original, which is really funny to me.
I mean, it's sort of consistent with Elon Musk. His entire sense of humor is just stealing people's memes and not even bothering to like the original post before he steals it.
He's just done F Jerry to the to the moon, literally. And now he's like, I just think this is all a political play to like even pretend run for president or whatever. That's like where we've gotten in our society, culture, government, whatever, is that it's all just to make money and all just a PR stunt. Like nothing is of any substance anymore. Like Tesla, the company, isn't really of any substance. Like they make cars that explode and run around and run people over. Like this is not, we're not actually moving anything forward. We're not, everything is snake oil at this point, and everyone is participating in just political relations at this point, and it's pretty scary.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.